Hello YouTube. So this looks a little different probably because I'm finally using this gimbal. I've had it for a while, just didn't really understand how to use it. So after some reading and stuff, I kind of figured it out. It follows me, it's pretty cool, kind of scary, but it works great. I haven't really used it besides to talk to, so I don't know if it's going to really listen to me when I'm trying to record, working on the car and everything, but we'll give it a try. Let me know what you guys think. You may just like the vlog style better, just holding it. We'll see how this goes. So a couple of videos ago, I mentioned trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Well, we're about there, like 50 away or something like that, which is awesome. And I'm getting a lot more comments and stuff on my videos, and it makes it a lot more interesting, you know, making YouTube videos when people interact like that. So just keep asking questions. I should be able to answer. It's not like I have a million comments a day or anything. And I'm going to answer some questions in this video today that I keep getting over and over, and kind of hit on some of the stuff on the clutch that I forgot last video, and where we're at on the car and what parts I'm waiting on, and maybe when to expect it to run. That's really what's slowing me down, is waiting on parts. One thing from the last video I didn't hit on was flywheel bolts, because this flywheel is a lightweight flywheel, single mass compared to the stock dual mass, which weighs a crap ton. So you can see the difference. Lightweight, stock, and it's a lot shorter. Another thing is these are 10.9 and OEM are 12.9. So I'm trying not to saw my legs off, so I'm going to use the 12.9, but you can't really get this M12 by 1.5 online, like from a hardware store, because it's an odd size. It's like a lug nut size or something. So the best bet was to get the OEM ones and just size them to the length I need. Should be fine. The biggest thing you don't want to do is reuse them, because they stretch and they have that factory Loctite on them. That's not really the main reason, but the main reason is they stretch, so you're not supposed to reuse them. I'm currently waiting on a new slave cylinder and a new fork. Reason I'm getting a new fork and stuff is because this car has 250,000 miles on it, and the slave and the fork are things I've never replaced. They still work fine, but I'm sure they're going to go soon. So I'm going to answer some of these questions you guys are asking. I'm going to try to get this clutch on today, and I actually have some questions for you guys. I'll just ask those at the end of the video. All right, so to the people that's never installed a clutch kit before, this might be a little helpful. First of all, you want to make sure both your pressure plate and flywheel are cleaned with brake cleaner, because they can actually have factory oils on them. And then you want to line up your big hole with your dowel pin on your crank. So this flywheel is like 18 pounds or something, a lot less than factory. I don't know what the exact savings are, but I'm using high temperature Loctite, not the high strength or whatever, so people don't freak out. Don't freak out about my chrome socket either. We're gonna go ahead and put all these in. We will put them on using the impact, because I don't have time to use caveman tools. And then after they're all bottomed out, I'll go through with a torque wrench and do 77 foot-pounds on them. Some websites say 74, some say 77. Unfortunately, this flywheel does not have a hole in the back for the locking pin, so we'll just have to see. Sorry if I'm breathing real loud. I've got up and down off the floor like 100 times. Another reason why I need a lift, and you know, right now we're just making do with these Harbor Freight jack stands. This is my torque wrench, Amazon special. I don't have snap-on, I'm sorry. We're gonna go to 77 foot-pounds. Some say 74. One thing that I didn't say was sometimes these aftermarket flywheels, they do not have the locking hole in the back for the OEM tool or whatever. for that pin, and I'm going to have to, you know, jam a 2x4 or something in there on this gear to keep it from turning. So I'm going to go ahead through all those and torque them down, and I'll be right back. All those are torqued now to 77 foot-pounds. I actually ended up just putting an extension through one of these holes against the block to keep it from moving. Worked pretty well. So with these plates, there's no instruction on what way it goes. I just know that you want to put the most you can towards the flywheel. One side's flat, one side has that. As long as you don't hit the bolts, which this does not hit the bolts either way. But the reason you want to put the most towards the flywheel is because you don't want to worry about anything interfering with your tube that your throwout bearing rides on. So you want to make sure you're fully engaging and you're not interfering with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. This is when your alignment tool comes into play. It's going to be kind of hard to do. All right. And then brand new bolts. Torquing the last bolt here, go through and check. You want to do a star pattern, kind of, just for, you know, even pressure. You don't really have to lock the flywheel for these because they're only 25. So one question a lot of people ask is, how did I put an M54 head on an M52? Well, I didn't. It is an M52 iron block out of an E46 328i, and I used the single Vanos head on it and converted it to dual Vanos. Some people use JB Weld to add material there. It's not a lot, or you can get it, you know, TIG welded and add more aluminum. Mine, more aluminum was added. Drilled and tapped one hole and added one stud. That's all it took, and it fits right up. So you can't even tell this was a single Vanos car, but it was. Got the dual Vanos from M54 mounted right up there. All the sensors out of an M54, and all, you know, cam sensor, crank sensor, even the coolant sensor, everything is in this M52, and the car just thinks it's an M54, and it works awesome. It's the way to do it. So that answers that. And then a lot of people also ask about what transmission I'm using. Well, it's a stock ZF 5-speed. I don't have the trans in yet. With 250,000 miles on it. It holds just fine. I think they hold 700. I'm getting close to the limit. And then a lot of people ask what differential I'm using. It is actually just a stock differential with the Seems Legit Garage mount kit on it so that it doesn't rip out the rear bushing, because I did that multiple times and broke the rear bolt in half and stuff like that. And right now there's 330xi rear axles in it. I have broke 4 axles so far. I will be upgrading eventually, but not yet. So those are my biggest questions, really. I answer a lot of them in the comments. And then here's something I did recently. I TIG welded dash 10 fittings to my ICV, so I don't have to use 2 different size hoses anymore, and I can just thread it into my manifold that is also dash 10, so that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video, save some questions for another video for now. Thank you, everyone. Keep subscribing. Let's go for 2,000. Let's keep growing. I enjoyed a lot. Hopefully one day you guys will actually see this car run. And my prediction would be 2 weeks maybe. 2 weeks it'll probably be running. Possibly next week. We'll see.